Hey everybody, it's time for the Red Dead Unicorn Show! It's a very special edition of the Dead Unicorn. We're doing Shadow Empire, and it's Introduce Your Character Like a Clown Day!
I didn't sign a consent form?
Yeah, we didn't know this was going to be some sick kink episode.
Get your kicks elsewhere.
I'd like to thank our patrons, scrolling in the bottom like little ants. And I'd also like to say you can go to our community channel on YouTube and vote for your favorite character. Today, lucky winner is Narin. Everyone scream! Yay!
Can I give it back?
Narin, or Sasha, introduce Narin like a clown.
I need an adult.
You
I
are
don't
an
like
adult.
this field trip. I want to go home.
You are an adult.
Don't remind me. I can't, Corey. I can't do it. I'm sorry. My heart's breaking, but I can't go through with it. It's too much for my little heart.
I have to admit, Corey, my only response to you telling me to introduce my character like I'm a clown would to be just go.
That's a mime. That's oh, there you go. That's how you do it. no, I'm
Nobody would
100%
learn
there.
anything about my character.
Yeah.
You didn't think through all the consequences.
If I could put a filter on that would give me clown face, I would just make a frowny face and start crying, and that would be my intro to my character.
The closest I know of is there is actually a juggalo filter.
The sad clown face.
That's still a clown.
Y'all, I don't know what Matt's doing.
I'll be right back.
Me
I'll give
neither.
you one better.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna actually put on clown
He's
makeup.
putting on the clown makeup. Wow.
He's gonna put on
Corey,
clothes.
your
for
dreams
free.
are finally coming
Maybe
through.
for
True.
free.
Yeah.
It's
Makeup
time
would take
for
way too long.
clowns. Yay! Okay, a quick recap of what happened last game. Y'all caught some fairies and stuck them in a bag. End of recap.
That
I mean,
happened.
there's a little more. You're going to go meet up with the spider crew. They're going to go attack the scorpion, and you are going to strategize exactly how that's going to happen.
Yep.
Clown voice. Clown voice time over.
Thank you. I feel safe again.
Now, if you wanted us to introduce our characters like we were androids, like Data or Crichton,
But that's not funny.
I just
Isn't
named a
it?
character from a comedy show, and you say it's not funny?
Another day.
Exactly.
Come on. Groinal attachments are always funny. Especially when they vacuum. Though the
Don't
whisk
forget-
attachment isn't as fun.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon so we can all take some clown improv lessons. Maybe it'll help me get over my phobia. And then, we can
Just-
revisit
all
this
you gotta
bit
do
and
is-
try it again.
High pitched voice, fat out your tongue, and then talk with a silly accent.
Yes.
And you got clown.
I'm going to visit Sasha in her sleep.
I'm gonna keep pepper spray under my pillow.
I like to murder children at parties. There you go. Clown voice.
So, I think we found Corey's evil clown alter ego, Chortle.
Matt,
There's
your
Chuckles,
internet is
but Corey's
terrible
Chortle.
right now.
Yeah.
And I'm showing almost 800 ping for you.
I got like maybe a quarter of what you just tried to say.
Hmm.
And your
Corey's inner
microphone isn't the right
clown is
microphone.
named Chortle, I think is what he essentially what he said.
I thought he said something about evil clowns and then Bodle or something like that. I don't know. Couldn't make it out. We've made good progress into Shinneman. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah, my evil clown alter ego is Chortle.
Does that mean that you also have a good clown alter ego?
Yes.
Okay. How many different clown alter egos, clown-based alter egos, do you have?
How many fit in a clown car?
A lot. A lot of goddamn clowns.
I also have a lawful clown alter ego and a chaotic clown alter ego. And a true
And a
neutral.
neutral To be honest, the
True
smaller
neutral.
the clown
I think I
character-
remember the name of your true neutral. Oh, just Bubble. Not the plural, just
Dingus.
Bubble.
And
Dingus clown.
my true neutral clown alter ego talks like Werner Herzog. That's all he is. He never laughs.
is very stirring.
I am Bubble the Clown.
Oh my goodness.
And we will have fun.
Oh my goodness. We're not even playing the game. We're just having fun with clown stuff.
Watching Matt
Wait,
make us
Matt,
a doggy.
I don't want a poodle anymore. I want a snake.
That's yeah! Now juggle.
I want a snake now. Make me a snake.
You want a snake? I got you a snake.
Make me a rattlesnake.
That's a tall order.
That's a spicy meatball. So where did Sasha go? I'm
You had
sure.
to run away real quick.
Okay. We need to start. We need to start this game.
Hold on, I want to see if the snake has balls or not.
What?
There you go, a snake.
It's got a tongue.
Yeah,
Oh.
check it out, man. You wanted it. There's your snake,
I would
man.
have some eye slits, but we're short on time.
Good job. Love it.
All right, I'm impressed. I was actually just hoping for you to extend one full balloon and be like, "There, bitch," and then drop it. But I appreciate the extra effort.
Like, this is a meat snake.
There you go. Perfect.
I also
Oh, you
learned
made
that
it. My child.
it's a fun little trick too. Dog with
So-
a dick.
It is the next day after you caught the fairies. And you start heading out to go meet up with the spider, and it's not long until you meet them. It's another beautiful day.
Yay.
You got the beautiful day happening.
Yay.
It's early morning when you meet up with a spider contact, one of the Sohi, who asked you to come with him. Come this way.
Am I
Put on
allowed to
your
be
crazy
here,
makeup today.
or do they like sequester me while everybody else goes?
No, you can come with them.
Okay.
You meet up with them at a little army that they've put together. And
Are they a smarmy army?
yeah. And the sage is there, walking on his spidery limbs like some sort of magical Dr. Octopus. Welcome. I gotta get my voice. Gotta get my my Sage's spider voice. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. We have a war plan to discuss.
Well,
Get off horses and
go on in.
Are we actually going to war?
There is a river that flows through Cinnamon Forest. And in this area, there is a gorge. We can pin them against that gorge, but there is a bridge, a rope bridge. They'll have to lead their horses across it. But if you make it to the other side of that bridge first, we can... what's it called? That
Murder
old
all of them.
scorpion maneuver.
Sting them in their back.
Pincer maneuver.
Pincer. Exactly.
I thought you were talking about the old proverb. Have to get over the water.
We are talking about tactics. Your
I'll
job
just stay quiet.
is to
Probably
get
that's
across
what
that bridge first and set up an ambush. And we will push them towards you. How do you think of this plan?
It sounds sound to
You willing
me.
to give the old academy try?
Sounds like a way to make sure that they can't pursue us anymore.
I wasn't in the room, but was the plan to get them on the rope bridge and then cut it, or was the plan just to use the rope bridge as a pincer? Which one was it?
get them to chase us across the rope bridge, cut it, and then pincer.
Second option.
Was it a mix of both then?
We're not getting them to chase you. We're pushing them towards it.
I will say out of character. If we want to know how good this plan is going to be, or how effective this plan is going to be, people who have the tactics skill, obviously not Kurenagi with her laughable attempt at trying to rationalize all of this, should probably make a roll to see if they can come up with a better idea, or if this is going to be something suitable. I imagine that would be the thing to do. But Kurenagi is just sitting there with a smile on her face, like, I don't understand any of the words you said.
I have a
Is
zero.
it called a pincer because it's like a scorpion claw?
Really? You have zero tactics? Come on, guys.
I have zero tactics.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
1 in tactics.
I also have 1 in tactics. I just figured, like, probably everybody would at least have 1.
Nope.
Nope, remember, I have a courtier. He does singular battle. Tactic?
I mean, tactics is still how you get your
What's that?
like initiative off.
I know.
So you can make a good tactics roll. He like puts makes a version of the scene.
Diagram.
Yeah, in the dirt.
Gives us a little look at the general area.
Why can't I? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to do this thing.
Why am I...
Give me a moment here. Root opacity. Zoom. Minimum.
Yeah, can you make it so we can go smaller?
I'm trying. There we go.
Yay.
There.
Freedom.
Now you can see the entire thing. What do you think of the map? I made it today.
I actually enjoy it.
It looks webby.
That bridge looks like a death
It's
trap.
webulous, which is exactly why we should try to get them on it.
Well, it is Cinnamon Forest.
Well, is that? Are you trying to say that all of Cinnamon Forest is a death trap? 'Cause that would be kind of accurate.
It is. Actually, has Kuronagi been allowed to join these talks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't allowed. I thought that's what y'all said last week. It was that I wasn't going to be allowed to talk to him.
You
but-
were allowed not. You were not allowed in the cave.
I told you so, Tarek. He was like, no, I can't come and talk to him.
Well, because Crystal had said that I couldn't, and nobody like corrected her last week. So I was like, okay, then that's my assumption. Is that I'm not gonna do it.
Well, at first, it was definitively, no, don't let her near me.
I guess maybe when y'all made the case that I could be helpful, that's when. So, did anyone make a check?
Yeah, you can make a tactics check.
Yes, tactics.
Do we roll individually?
Let's
Or together as a
see.
group?
Is it a hidden TN, or do we know the TN?
I
or-
mean, I think it's reasonable that we should be able to all look at the map and talk with each other and give assistance to a roller.
I
What do you
agree
say,
with Crystal
Corey?
on that.
Yeah, like how we did with survival.
We should all be
Like
able
we pick
to.
one of us to do the actual role, and everybody else gives assistance.
Sure.
Just like talk it over as a group.
Well, I have a total of 4 dice, with one of those being a skill. Anybody got better?
Same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I have
though,
a
What was that, Matt?
it-
He's saying he has a 4 in the ring.
Oh, right. Matt does have a 4 in some ring.
Yeah, but do you have the skill?
I think he said he
I'm
did.
sure Matt has a skill in
Then,
tactics.
Us with the skill, and only 3 still do slightly better because we have slightly better odds with the skill die.
Oh, you don't have a tactics skill. Okay.
What about you, Tarek? How's Kuranagi's tactics?
0. So I'd only be giving
Okay.
a ring die.
So that'd be Naura and Moshisora or myself,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all equal.
You go for it. I got a decent amount of strafe. I figure analyze would probably be the best. Do you have air?
It don't matter which ring I'm using; it's all the same.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. So yeah, probably you got the best chance if it's an air check. I would do the best at fire, which might work, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows if Corey's got something specific in mind, but I feel like analyze or theorize or even survey
Survey.
could work well. Probably not survey, really, since we're only looking at a map.
Yeah, if we could see the actual area, then maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? So James, you want to do the roll and get what, 2 assistants?
Ooh, skill
2
assistance.
skilled assistants and 2 unskilled.
I didn't know you
assistants.
could set a difference.
Yeah, skilled assistance gives you a skill die. Otherwise, it's just a ring die.
Oh yeah, now that
No,
you mention
skilled assistance gives you a ring die and an extra kept die. That's why on the roller it says assistance as a specific thing, whereas unskilled assistance, you can just increase the number of ring dice you get. Because ring dice
Yes.
also gives you an extra kip die automatically.
So I get 2 on the assistance, and then I just up my ring by 2.
That's right.
All right. And it's a TN2.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. That's looking pretty nice.
Not bad.
Definitely going to take the 2 that don't have strife. And, well, it says I guess extra ones will help out, so I'll just go ahead and take those other 2. And then take
Take some opportunity.
all
If you-
3 opportunities
yeah.
since I can keep 7, so I might as well take everything that has anything on it. And let's see here. I can use 2 of those to reduce the 2 strife.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to take any strife as a result of that, and I'll still
and then
have
you still have 2 opportunities.
Let's see here. No, I only have 1 opportunity left because there's only 3 No, there is
No,
4.
there's
You're right.
4.
I'm sorry. So I do have 2 left. Okay. Let's go ahead and add noticing an interesting detail. Oh, no, that's about a character. Never mind. We'll skip that part.
You could do the contested territory use because we're about to have like a fight. Create a clever disguise or ruse to get the jump on potential foes. The next time you enter a conflict scene this game session, after initiative has been determined, choose a character in the scene. On that character's next check, they must reroll all results containing successes. That feels like it might be appropriate if Corey allows it.
That does.
Yeah, you can be like, "Oh, and we
Well-
can set the trap right here." Or
But
whatever.
I don't know why it says it's 2 opportunity or only 3 opportunity.
2 or 3.
Yeah. It doesn't tell me why it's 2
Yeah, that's
or
weird.
3.
Strange.
Corey, got any input on that?
I'm
Where is
looking
it?
it
What
up.
is it under?
Contested territory error.
It probably says that in a book somewhere.
Probably.
Probably says something in a book somewhere. Probably in.
That's gonna be Fields of Victory, most likely.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Fields of Victory. Do. New techniques. Expanded mass battle rules. Here it is. Nope, not in this book. It just says spending opportunity in mass battles. Oh, contested territory. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
It might be based on the ring you use.
Okay. GMs running a war focus game may use table 3-9 spending opportunity in mass battles. The table blah 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 blah. No, it has no reason.
Okay, well then, Corey,
I guess
I'm
it just
spending
depends
2
on
opportunity on that. Please say it works.
How good you
So
want
that we
it
have
to
a-
be.
No,
A
it doesn't.
group-
There's no. Oh, wait. I know what it means. It's air. It says air 2 opportunity or 3 opportunities. So it costs
Okay,
less
well,
on
on your
air
opportunity
stance.
list under air, it has 2 or 3
Okay.
listed. So,
Well, this was an air roll.
yep, so it's the 2. So that means once the scorpion arrive and we actually roll initiative, I will target. Let's go with the leader. We'll just go ahead and determine that right now. The guy in charge, when he shows up, his next check
Who's the leader?
after initiative, he'll have to re-roll anything with success.
Who's the leader?
We'll know that once they show up.
You mean Shishiro?
I mean- It says the next time you enter a conflict scene in this game session, after initiative has been determined, choose one
Yes.
character in the scene.
Yes.
So
And I'm stating what my
you can
choice
choose-
is likely to be. So once we actually have that, we'll determine
you can
exactly
choose the
who it is.
character once the scene starts.
Sounds good. Okay, this is what you get from this. This bridge, probably rickety and shitty. And the only way the army would use it is because they're retreating. They wouldn't chase you across it. That's stupid.
So we need to corner them basically and push them back so that their only path is to go across the bridge.
That is exactly what a Sage of Spiders already said.
Yeah, he said he was going to chase them that way, and we could ambush them.
The thing is if they think there's an ambush, you get this from the tactics roll. They think there's an ambush on the other side. They'll just run. They'll just because they have horses. They'll just move themselves along the ravine
We'll try to outmaneuver.
instead of going across the bridge. The bridge is handy because it's there. And if they think that bridge is a bad choice, they won't take it.
So we'll have to set up a really good.
We'll have to be well hidden.
Yeah, we'll have to be in place already, and we'll have to be setting up a really good ambush point so that they don't notice where we're at. Which suggests to me that we'll probably need to have some sort of range combat option for this.
Well,
So we
I
can't just
do-
be standing on the other side of the ravine. It also means which side are we coming from and to. So
I'll
like,
give you
are we-
one more piece of tactics advice. You might choose when to let somebody, when to attack when people are on the bridge. After letting a few just come through without attacking them.
Of course.
I know, but people might not get that. So I'm saying because you made your tactics roll, I'm saying it's okay to let low value targets through to get a higher value target in the trap.
Yeah. Which side are they coming from, by the way? Are they going to be pushed from this side or this side?
They're going to be pushed north. So basically,
They're going to be coming this way.
this is a
From
ridge.
southwest to north.
This is another higher up point. So if you go here, that's up. That's up. This is down, and this is way far down.
How high is this? Could we reasonably set up a little ways back on the ridge and be
It's
not
about-
visible?
It's about 6 feet.
About 6 feet.
It's about 6 feet. Mind you, this little area here comes up to that 6 feet area, so it's a gentle way to get up through it. Probably dug out by ratlings or something for easier access.
So I could set up traps to impede people's progress on this thing if we have time.
If they trigger a trap not on the bridge, you mean, right?
No, I just pointed out where I was talking about on the trail, so that as they come up, they're slowed their progress so they don't see us and alert in time. Because, like Corey said, we can allow some low value targets to get across the bridge and up into this path before we want to
Yeah.
really spring the trap.
We
so
want
that
to get
can
there. We
the
want
high
to
value
get this.
targets in here.
Yeah, their leader, their most important people.
So there is
on the bridge.
some tree cover, which means those of us who are capable of being at range and climb well and hide well could probably get inside of those trees and hide. Those who are less capable will need to set up somewhere else, maybe behind the stones, and wait to trigger the assault until everybody is like in position.
Well,
The only viable weapon I have right now is my Yari, and my Wakizashi is damaged.
Well, you can throw each of those once.
Just so you know that your Rode mic is not working.
Yeah, we're getting your audio from your.
Okay, is that better?
That's better.
yes.
Okay, that's good to know. It had road selected, so I don't know why the heck it was, you know.
Yeah, this
using my
website, it's
webcams.
screwy.
Okay.
Well, Daisuke does have some training in bows or ranged weapons, so he can take a
So-
Yumi.
The Sage of Spider
No.
says, "The Scorpion are on the move currently. So, we must move quickly and decisively."
There's
Alright.
one last thing we need to mention before we moved across the bridge. Naren says hefting the bag of fairies.
Ah, yes, you have taken out the meddlesome fairies. Good. That will keep our monks safe from their hideous noise.
Naren sighs and looks to Moshisora for help because she's not usually great at being the most convincing in matters of rationale and calm.
And the state.
Well, the thing is, they have been trying to defend themselves from all of the spiders that have
Displaced?
moved in. They're not really concerned about the people, but the spiders have been eating them.
Perhaps they should get weapons to destroy the spiders. Fight them on their own terms. Something to figure out later. We have Scorpion to fight. You may keep them.
Thank you.
I actually
Naren,
had the
like,
thought
has
we
like
could.
shifty eyes.
I had the thought that we could throw the bag into the middle of the scorpion cohort.
Rude.
You deal with them.
I was going to ask them as a last resort if they'd be willing to help us in exchange for like letting them be and saying that they can. I don't know. I don't have it fully thought out yet, but we don't have a lot to negotiate with them at this point because the sage was kind of like, we'll talk to them later. So we just kind of have to hope that he will actually deal with it later and is being a person of his word and isn't just waiting for us to get the fuck out.
Well, maybe we could use it as a negotiation point that if the fairies do help us out with the scorpion, that would perhaps
Add a
convince
curry
the
favor
monks to be a
here.
little more accepting of them. Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad point.
I like how James is just like, let's just throw them in the middle of the scorpion. Like, there's some sort of, like, bag of snakes or something.
They're not a bomb.
They're not...
Well, if we threw them, I know from my own perspective that if I was trapped in a bag and then got thrown in the midst of a bunch of tall folk that might step on me, I'd probably lash out at them.
Well, I do think it's a good idea if we get a move on and get into position. If we have time to discuss this before the scorpions show up, we can do that. Otherwise, it will have to wait because this is
About
time
how long do
sensitive.
we have? Oh, Usili.
Out of character. Gotcha.
Well, you have to travel to the area. You have to make sure you're not spotted, right?
Mhm.
So I'm going to say that's going to be about 3 hours. From there, you'll have maybe 30 minutes to get ready and attack and get your ambush all set up before the attack is sounded.
Would that be a survival roll?
No, what do you mean?
Like while traveling and like trying to keep ourselves hidden in the brush.
You can do survival, you can do skullduggery, sure. Both of those would work.
I can do a
Alright.
skullduggery check.
Okay.
But
But
to set up the ambush, I'm sure will be a skullduggery check.
also,
or
you're on
tactics.
horses, so
We have to hide our horses further back.
Mm-hmm.
Behind this tree would probably be good.
And the biggest problem is, like, someone has to watch the horses and the prisoner, because it's not like we can have him nearby ready to shout, "Oh, they're here! It's an ambush!"
Come save me!
You know? Naurin's really bad in a ranged fight. I don't want to say, like, oh, let me just volunteer to sit this one out and watch the horses and the prisoner. But, like, if someone has to do it, it's probably best if it's me. So we'll just
Okay.
need to consider that.
I have the ability
was
to
literally
rain
just saying
fire
how bad
upon
he
them
was
from
in-
above.
I don't even have ranged weapons, though, or the
Yeah,
ability
no
to...
worries. Moshi-Sora was not even in consideration to being left with the horses.
I think I have a Yari.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any ranged weapons, just spells.
No,
A
I have a
spell.
horse bow, but I can give somebody a horse bow and summon a horse bow for myself.
The only thing I can do is throw melee weapons, like an insane person. So if you have knives, or some weapons that are, you know, not too close to your heart that you have as spares, you can give me those.
I
and
have
can
a
chuck them
horse
at
bow.
people.
Would you like a horse bow? You
No,
could be on horseback.
I can't use a bow. I have no skill in ranged.
But then
Um,
you're not going to be able to throw a weapon either.
Yes, I can. I have a technique that lets me throw a melee weapon.
But very short distance.
So,
the Sage of Spiders will get some of the monks to give you like 2 knives.
thank you. I was actually going to ask if he could spare
I have
any weapons.
shuriken, but I don't want to pull those out in front of everybody and be like, use these.
Well, you
ninja
can give
stars."
them to me later.
Use my ninja weapons!
Yay! Thank you. Also, I'm starting to brainstorm already how we want to drop the bridge from a distance where we can hide. And
Light it on fire.
okay, but fire takes like time to burn through stuff. You know what I mean? Like they might have a chance to get off the bridge. It's not that big of a bridge before it eats
Well,
through.
we don't
ropes.
really want them to just get cut off. I mean, they need to come across.
So
Right.
the bridge, the
What?
rope bridge, is one of those with like 4 ropes. So there's 2 ropes that you can grab to hold yourself onto the rope bridge, and then there's 2 ropes that hold all the planks. So in order to get rid of these people, like at least
One of the lower ones would be enough to make it really frickin' difficult to get across, and you aren't bringing horses at that point.
All we need to do is soak the 2. What I was going to suggest, I had an idea, actually. I was going to suggest that we use some of Ide Youngso's sake to soak the front part of the bridge that's closest to us, the ropes, and then perhaps Moshi-Sora or Kuranagi with like a flaming arrow can light it from a distance
I
and
have
help it burn through really quickly.
Just two little problems on that one. One, I've uh, I've I- I've run out of actual sake since the rattlings,
What are you
and
good for then?
and two, sake doesn't have a high enough alcohol content to be flammable like that. It has
I have
similar alcohol content to beer.
I mean, booze can be lit aflame.
I have
Yeah, but sake is closer to beer.
I have two I have 10 flesh cutter arrows. I have 10 armor piercing arrows. I have 2 humming bulb arrows, and I have 2 rope cutting arrows.
Rope
Cutting
cutting.
arrows. That seems like what we want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
considering we're
specific
talking about
specialty
wanting to
arrows,
cut rope,
but I only have 2.
that's still
Can
enough to
anyone
make
else-
the bottom drop out.
Can anyone else use a ranged weapon with any amount of consistency? Okay, so maybe the two of you should have a rope cutting arrow each. And we can have the others with like I guess we can have the others as a backup, maybe with like flaming arrows to set the bridge on fire in case the plan of cutting the two ropes fails.
So who all knows how to use a bow and arrow?
You and James. You and Edie.
Really, nobody else knows
We're melee characters. Is that
martial
Yeah.
arts
surprising?
range.
I'm melee and magic. I have
I
a
have
point
both.
and unarmed.
I have
Could be
martial
hiding
arts
behind
melee
that
and
rock
range.
there, and Kuranagi could be in this tree here, and then we'd both have clear sight to the ropes that we would need to cut, and we just cut the bottom level closest to us with the bow.
But then the bottom won't necessarily fully fall out.
If you cut both bottoms, the bottom drops out, and you just
Within
have
the
the
same
two
turn.
handholds.
That's
Yes.
not true, but if you
Because
cut
they're
said there's
connected
four ropes.
to the top.
If you
Yes,
cut
but they're
All
all
I'm saying is
handhold.
cut this and cut this.
they're connected to the
It-
top.
yeah, they're connected to the top at different intervals. If you cut both of the bottom, the bottom of the bridge will fall until it hits the first connection to the top ropes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All we want to do is just, cut here, bridge gives out and
No, it
goes
doesn't give
against the
out
wall.
though. That's the point.
You cut 4 ropes and the
There's
bridge gives
4
out.
ropes. The bridge gives out only with 4, or you cut 2 on the same side and the bridge flops to one side.
That'll work.
Okay. Still,
Mhm.
still same
That's
positioning.
fine.
Same positioning that I already mentioned for Kuranagi and myself. Because if we also put the melee people in this bushes over here, then everybody up on this ridge, once the bottom ropes are cut, can just jump down and cut the top
But
rope.
this is 6 feet from top to bottom, so anyone coming across the bridge would probably spot people here.
We would need to be in
Behind
these
rock
trees
and
over
in
here.
bushes.
I think all of
Whoever
these are
is
pretty
in those areas would need to be very good,
very good at
stealthing.
hiding, like you.
People who are
Yeah,
potentially more exposing their skullduggery checks.
That's why I'm saying you in this tree over here, and me hiding behind the rock here, everybody else in shrubbery somewhere like there. Other than
So
the
what are we
person
gonna
staying
do
with the
about
horse.
what are we gonna do about the horse problem? Like, where are we gonna keep the horses? And do we really feel confident just leaving them? Because like they have ninja magic. One of them could go invisible and teleport across the bridge, and then go and swipe our prisoner and our horses if they're too close. Like,
Yeah, I'm
worried about that.
since Nalrin is really good at melee, I don't want her with the horses. I would say we want Doji Daisuke to stay with the horses and the prisoner, especially as he's already proven he's able to keep the lion quiet.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna need to be gagged and at a decent distance away so he can't start hollering.
But even then, with the gag, could make noise. But Daisuke has shown, just because he's the kindest amongst us to him, he's able to keep Kitsu Satoru quiet.
I don't know about that.
I have
I
to
think
threaten.
knock- I
You
say
end
we
up
knock
having to threaten.
I don't think I've ever threatened him,
It
but
might be safest if he's just unconscious.
we just might want to knock him out.
Potato, potato.
Well, I would just like to point out that if
I have
somebody
some
has a
drugs- I
bow,
have some poison we can put in his food and then knock him out on the ride.
Gets a tutorial listening to us talk about knocking him out. Like,
Yeah.
Just eat your gruel. I think. Let me double check my poison list.
if somebody has a
to make sure
bow,
that- I mean, you
could probably
that is
use
the
your,
longest
like,
attack range of
communication.
anything.
My what now?
Your communication ability with Naurin
yeah,
to
Oh,
like
yeah.
silently
Convenient.
speak to one another about the poisoning.
that's why I
instead of-
was suggesting
instead of like saying it out
also
loud.
that Karnagi can't talk to Naurin about poison. Naurin will never condone it, and will like. There's a reason that Naurin practices Mithridatism. She frowns heavily upon the use of poison.
And is terrified by it.
Very concerned. Yes. But her ability to talk with Kuranagi or to know what the other is thinking at long range is what makes us useful if I were to stay behind with the horses. But I also am probably our best melee fighter because that's kind of what I do.
Yes.
So I might need to be there to deal with the people who cross the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I would
And plus,
say
I could Daisuke can defend the horses at least if anyone comes up to them because he does have a skill level of 3 in martial arts melee.
Well, let's finalize the plan once we get over to the other side because
Well,
who
hold
knows?
on.
We might have been.
There's a couple things that I want to do on the way there, which
Well,
is
sure,
I have a
but-
rattling trap making kit, and I would
I'm
like
just
to
trying to
work on making a trap.
You use that
During the
that
3 hour.
rattling trap making kit to do something else. You've already used it
Is
up.
it a single?
Is it a single use kit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You made.
Oops.
What did you make with? I remember you used it for something.
I figured it was
I
a set of
failed
tools.
to make a cage.
That's right. You used it to make a cage.
I failed to make a cage.
But yeah, it's like you have some tools now, but you don't have like the other kind of stuff. You need like ropes and that, you know.
I have rope. I have small like weapons. I have poison.
We also might want to just go ahead and weaken the bridge before they start going across.
I have an uchitaki.
Make sure that it can just
Okay.
barely hold.
We'll
their
discuss
weight as
what
they
kind of
cross it.
trap you want to make then when you get there,
Okay.
and how long that will take. Because yeah, you'll have to get fresh supplies to use with this rattling trap making kit. Because you'll need more, like timber. You'll need more rope. You'll need whatever supplies you need to make it. It's not like I have the trap making kit. Here's a thing. No, there's like.
And you certainly don't want to be chopping trees down in a
Yeah.
place where the following
see.
army will notice. Okay. As I was saying, and I don't think anybody heard, if anyone is staying with the horses, it should be somebody with a bow, because that has the longest attack range, and they can still help out with the fight.
That's true.
James knows a lot about horses.
Horse guy knows how to
Yes.
shoot.
But it'd be firing on your own cousins.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing, buddy?
Well, yeah, but I have to at this point.
I mean, I feel like that was already a thing that happened.
I'm also by far probably the best shot in the group.
I only have a skill of 1 and die of 3 and a ring of 3.
Yeah, I have a skill of 2 and a die of 3, a ring of 3. Um, Pack Gambit. What does Pack Gambit do again?
My melee and my skullduggery are at 2, though, so
My melee is at 2 as well, and my skullduggery is a 3. So Pack Gambit, is that the one that I'm thinking of? Yeah, Pack Gambit. Pack Gambit might come into use here as well. I have a Shuji that will allow me to target a character, making a social skill check with air, and then if I succeed, it's TN3. If I succeed, every other character in the scene who is an ally to me will be able to perform attack and scheme actions targeting that character while basically having my assistance on those checks. But it looks like it only lasts for 1 turn.
okay. Since I have like a ghost, I think I'm okay with the idea now of staying with the horses until you guys need me, because I can move faster than everybody else if my rolls are good.
That's also a good point.
So if I'm the one watching the horses and I need to run and join you guys because they're getting across the bridge too much, I got like a ghost to try and get there faster.
I was thinking maybe we can keep the horses on the other side of the ravine, but the more I think about that, the more I'm like, that is a very bad idea.
How are we gonna get them back then?
Yeah. We just rebuild the bridge for it. All right. I have no clue. That is why it's a bad idea. Trying to be helpful. All right. Anyone else got anything before we move to the next portion?
I don't think so.
All right. Y'all are going to sneak past the scorpion.
Yeah. Do I need to make like a skullduggery check for a group, or do we need to make like a group check or something?
Yeah.
Singular
make a group
single-
check.
Okay.
I nominate Kuranagi
Yes,
to
yes.
do the group.
And I do have a skill in skullduggery.
Or Sasha can
I
just auto
completely
succeed.
forgot about it.
What's that?
Sasha can just auto succeed it. Get everybody across.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like, don't we want me to keep the auto success for a Hail Mary if our plan fails?
That's probably
I feel like
a good
that might-
idea.
I mean,
that
we
might be-
we might not.
You guys failed to cut the bridge, and I do a Hail Mary and use the auto success to make sure the bridge falls. Like, I feel like that's way more important to keep
I don't
that
know.
for.
I feel like we're going to cut this game in half right in the middle of the combat, too. So, looking at the time, I'm
I
like,
find
oh,
that
okay.
Always
I didn't think the
more than
combat-
affection.
In my guesses, I figured that the cutting of the bridge would be one of the first things to initiate combat, because that would be when we reveal our position. That would be one of the first things to happen, would
Maybe.
it not?
Might depend.
Yeah, it depends.
I guess then we got to get going.
Yeah,
Okay, so you want me to make the skill check? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, make a
I
skill
think
check.
so.
And then assist. How many people have skullduggery? Raise your hand. And then I get 1 from someone who doesn't have skullduggery. I don't know what the thing is, so I'll spend a void.
Yeah, I hidden the TN.
It's hidden.
And we'll do
Hidden.
air because I'm a con artist.
Air is perfect for this.
Mm-hmm. Gonna get all those things on the dice.
I thought you were gonna say chicken. Will my affective harmlessness help me here?
No, 'cause they have to
Probably not.
see
I think
you.
if they see you, it's all over.
They have to see you in order to know that you're harmless.
What about my keen sense of hearing to know where they are so we can relocate?
That I'll give you. Yeah, you can reroll 2 dice for that. I will. Yes.
Yeah, re-roll those blanks.
But hold
Should I
on.
reroll the blanks or one of the opportunities?
You can
Both
reroll
blanks,
any 2
'cause-
dice you
Yeah,
want.
whatever.
I'd go with both
Definitely
blanks
that
myself.
blank one, white one though.
No explosives.
And remember, you get to reduce your strife by 1 from this, so you only take 1 there.
All right. You are quite able to make it past the Scorpion army without being seen.
So far as I know.
On your stealthy horses.
Very stealthy.
Ninja horses.
They are unicorn horses, so I mean, there is precedent.
Like I said before, twice as many feet equals twice as stealthy.
And these are unicorn horses, so you know they like to get into the rafters.
Which
Yes.
side of the cavern or of the ravine are we
We're
hiding on? Is
heading
this the side we're hiding on?
northeast.
North side.
So up here, correctly. Of course, that's the side with less cover.
That's what
Yeah.
I was saying before.
Pain. But it looks like it's a bit hilly, at least. So maybe if we go prone at the back of a hill, it would be.
That's what I said
Not
earlier
visible.
too. But this is only
Mhm.
6 feet above here. So as they and this is a slope, this path.
Mhm.
So as they get past here, they'll be able to see us. So basically, people need to be further back
Mhm.
and like prone to start this out, so they don't get spotted. Or we need to like make ghillie suits and have people hidden underneath ghillie suits.
I don't know. We got time for that.
And the horses should all be put over here.
Off the map in a
Yeah.
place where there's some dense tree cover.
Exactly.
I don't know. I could reverse this map. I could make the Scorpion come from here, and then you have more area here to fight if you want.
Yeah,
That
it
would
can be
certainly more convenient.
whatever you want it to be.
We can do that, sure. Which means all of you guys now have to come from
Turn it 180 degrees.
here. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just reverse the map. Y'all can come from this side, and y'all have to defend this area, and the Scorpion will come through here. I'm fine with that.
I can
Crazy
enact
idea.
Somebody
Really
hides
crazy
in this.
idea.
and
The
rest
the
hide in that.
fairies, while they were holding the instruments were invisible, right?
Well,
Hear me out.
yeah,
Hear me out.
the
Hear me out.
fairies
This
and
is a crazy
everything they
fucking
were
idea.
wearing.
But
Have the fairies hold
have
you?
the fairies cut the ropes. Bargain with the fairies and have them cut the ropes using our knives.
What's our bargaining power?
That's what we have to figure
Do
out
it
now.
or we shake the bag.
Oh god. No, that doesn't work. Then they just fly away. Like, we have to offer them something that they want.
They're family members.
Do it or we'll
I got
burn your glade to the ground.
I got more sweets.
You guys are bad. Yeah, maybe we could bribe them with sweets. Who knows?
That's what I thought you were going to do when you first encountered them. I 100% thought Matt was gonna, or Daisuke pulled out the sweets and then was just gonna negotiate with them right off the bat instead of attacking. But that's not how it happened. You used it as a lure
It was
instead.
like, come on, get the tree. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly.
Well, actually, like I was hoping to negotiate with them, but like one of them just took the sweet and it's like, well, I can't talk with you, so all right.
Anyways, there you guys
all
are.
the Hanafuda cards.
You have made it.
Okay,
Okay.
we need to get across the bridge.
Yes.
So, like, maybe we
What
should
are
do that.
what are the conditions out today? It's
It's
early morning
a
and
beautiful
it is
day.
It's
a beautiful day.
Yes.
Okay, if it's a beautiful day, but it's been raining a lot. What is as we get closer to the ropes? What is the condition of the ropes? I can't move my.
The rope is dry. You can't move your character? Boom. There, now you can.
No, I can't grab my horsey.
That's because that's my horse.
It's the wrong horse.
Oh, that is the wrong horse.
I'm on the wrong horse too. I'm over here.
Okay. The rope is dry.
The rope is dry. It's been
I
a
have
beautiful day for
something-
2 days.
I have something called an uchitaki, which is a lighter, which consists of a short bamboo tube full of coals, which aids in starting fires quickly and efficiently. Arson is one of the spy's oldest and most reliable weapons, and I agree with that. I'd like to set up a trap that would light the bridge on fire.
Okay. How does this trap work?
What I imagine is that there are warm coals inside of this piece of bamboo. And as people start getting on the bridge, maybe it pulls a rope that lights those coals and then sets it up so that the bamboo starts to burn, which will take care of one side of the bridge because it will light the ropes on fire.
Okay. Sure.
Like a trap. What is it called?
You want it
Wire,
on this side of the bridge
tripwire
where
trap.
the scorpion are coming from?
I would like it on this side of the bridge,
Okay.
so that as the like least valuable targets start crossing, it will begin the process of lighting that lighter on fire. It is basically going to destroy my lighter because I won't be able to keep all the coals.
I mean,
What is
don't
your
you think
horse's
that the
personality
people-
quirk?
Well, don't you think the people coming up onto the bridge next will notice that a fire is being started on the bridge? Like, if you're doing it behind them, like it, you know what I mean?
I'm doing it in front of them
Well, I thought you said you were gonna do it.
on this side of the bridge, on
Okay.
our side of the bridge, so that after people have already started passing, the people who are in the middle of the column will be on the bridge when the fire starts.
I was just thinking that we could do something. I don't know that I trust the fire to actually cut the bridge. This is I need a clarification from the GM. If we did this, would the fire actually cut the bridge in a respectable time, or would it not? Because that's my hang up here. Is this going to work the way we are all assuming it's going to work, which is fire will burn through rope in next turn, or not? Because if not, then we're gonna need to come up with a different plan and not rely so much on the fire.
I would think
If not, then what I would think is on the middle of the bridge here, we could set up a piece of rope with the bamboo canister hanging below it. Because if they're busy fighting and pushing their way
Well,
back,
let
and
me hear
retreat,
what Corey has to say real quick.
so.
'cause
You
that
can
is
make
matters.
a check to figure this out. You can make a design check or I'm going to say skullduggery check to figure out how fast fibers would burn through. Also seafaring. I say seafaring would also work here.
Can we all make this roll?
That makes sense.
Yeah, but you can't like combine the roll. I don't think. Killer. I mean, you're the one thinking. You're the one.
But I'm also like, I don't know that this is a thought that I'm keeping to myself. I'm like asking.
Yeah.
Like,
How long does the rope
would this
take?
actually work or not? Because we're
Is there a
planning.
TN or is it a hidden TN?
It's a TN2.
Okay. I'll make the check. Because I'm also theorizing.
And I know you have skullduggery, because skullduggery will tell you how fast things burn in arson.
Mm-hmm. My favorite kind of hobby.
I have like a really bad roll here, so I'm gonna need.
Rivalry.
No,
Stress yourself out thinking about Daisuke.
I don't do that often. You don't deserve to live rent free in our head that frequently.
So, Kuranagi, this is what you know. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you privately.
Sounds
Yay.
reasonable.
And
I'm
then
good at burning
you can
stuff.
try and relate what I said to them.
This is
Can-
why they call me Kuranagi the Burninator.
Before you message this to Tarek, I have kind of a bit of a stretch, but I would like to. It might impact what you message him. So I wanna shoot my shot and see if you'll let me be creative with it. 2 opportunity firing says notice something missing or out of place in the vicinity. But that's not directly related to the task. At the GM's discretion, you may establish an absence. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to try to establish an absence that the rope is friable. But I don't know that I can with that now that I have reread it again.
Unrelated to the task, right?
Yeah. Which, considering the task is about how friable the rope is. Okay. Well, I tried. I had to think about it.
It was a valiant effort. My only other idea is to have the canister below the middle of the bridge, on a like a short piece of rope, dangling,
Essentially,
and then
a
we can
fuse.
light it
I had
with
another
like a fire arrow, or with Crystal just shooting a bolt of fire at it, which would then ignite the coals, which would then burn very hot, burn up the rope, and then burn the rope bridge.
Or, just use a fire arrow or a fire spell on the bridge.
But this has an accelerant to it, so it would ensure the bridge lights rather than just hoping it does.
I mean, we can pepper the bridge with accelerant and then throw a fire spell at it. Like, they don't need to be mutually exclusive.
An accelerant may cut that time in half, because that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I wanted to coat the bridge in sake, but if you have an
not-
accelerant,
I mean, not
then
an
let's
accelerant.
use
I
that.
have an accelerant.
You have a fire starter kit, right?
Yeah.
What's the kit
I have
you
an
have?
Uji.
What do you have?
Huh?
What do you
He
have?
literally
Tarek?
has an arson kit.
I have an arson kit. It's a
An arson
Ujitaki, which is a piece of bamboo. It's a lighter that will light flames.
not just
it
a
gives
lighter,
you a
it's
bunch of coal pieces inside of it, and then I also have oil. So between oil and coal, I think I could start a pretty big fire.
Right. But the thing is from what I gave you, it would start small. But
Yes.
if you have like a fire mage hit it, it would start big and it would cut that time in half.
Okay,
That's
so if I just set up the Ujitaki then in a place where it would be targetable by Crystal and hit it like in the rope
Or
bridge.
even if you said you have oil, soak
I
the
do have
ends of the
Soak
rope
the ropes.
in oil.
Yeah, so I was thinking about doing both.
Do
Right?
both. I would also like to combo this with, like, why don't we try to weaken the rope a little bit to ensure that it lights, fray some of
Because
the edges.
the people who get across first might notice the rope being destroyed, like having frayed.
I mean,
And
they
warn
might
others.
notice it being soaked in oil too. Like it's a gamble either way. I figure the faster we can cut the bridge, the less reaction time they have to respond to anything amiss that they notice. You know what I'm saying?
I suppose that's fair.
We could do something cheeky, like the rope bridge is made of rope. There should be a main, like a, I don't know how to say this, like an anchoring rope that is doing most of the heavy lifting on this bridge, right? If we cut that a little bit and then wrapped it with more rope to look like it was repaired, it would still be structurally weakened as long as we didn't actually repair the main rope.
So
you know what I'm
what
saying?
you
And it
see-
would burn quickly.
What you see are, at the end of this bridge, 2 large pieces of wood, posts, stuck up. The rope is tied around that very well, like 4 or 5 times, like really wrapped on both for all 4 of it. And then those are pulled down and together and are bolted into the ground with big metal spikes. They come.
But you get what
all
I'm
4 of
saying,
them
right? Where we
down.
could potentially cover up the damage that we do. I don't know. That's my idea.
Okay, I'm gonna put the accelerant stuff onto the rope.
Where?
I would say put the accelerant on at least one of those posts. Like, how much could she possibly cover?
I don't have a ton of oil. It's oil as part of my kit.
Where do you put it?
I'm thinking on the ropes.
It's got to be on the connection point, the thing that tethers the rope to the post, the thing that anchors it. Like, we can't just put it anywhere.
The incoming rope, because it's probably getting a knot somewhere around the post to keep the rope held. But there's a point in which the rope is a singular tether coming into the knots, right? I want to target that.
So what you
weak-
notice,
that
you look at it, and the rope comes around the post, knots itself, comes around 5 times, knots itself again, comes down, and anchors itself into the ground with a big spike.
Well, you
Sure.
don't want to cut it between the post and the anchor unless
Yeah,
the anchor is
I'm
really weak.
looking at this
Or
side
the post
of the
is
rope.
really weak.
No, you're
This
not. You're
side
on
of
the
the
other
rope.
side of the bridge.
Is the post just leverage? Is the thing? Are the
Okay,
metal spikes the thing that's holding the bridge up?
Can you let me? So there's a post here, right?
Yes.
That this rope is.
You can
coming
see
out
it
to.
from the side you're on. You
And then
can see there's a
the
post over there.
There's a rope going into the ground, right? A
Yes.
stake on the ground.
Yes.
So, but the rope coming from the rope bridge goes to the post. So there is a single point of failure on that singular point of rope that's coming to the post. That's
Sure.
where I'm targeting.
Okay, you want to get on over there?
Now,
Okay.
from what I understand,
Your horse doesn't go. Horse doesn't want to go across that bridge. Whoops. Hold on.
You just moved
Stop
everyone
lying
all
to me,
together.
horse.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
horse doesn't want to go across the bridge.
Horse doesn't want to
Yeah.
go across the bridge. You want to make a
It doesn't
check?
trust the bridge, the horse, the bridge horse thing.
Do you want to make a check for that?
Horsing around. What is the check?
It's a survival check to ride the horse. It is
Survival.
a TN2. Actually, because the rope bridge is made for people and not big horses, it's a TN3 to get it across the bridge.
I was
Spend a
going to
void.
say that Young So's definitely getting off horse and saying, go slow and careful, leading horse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we're riding the horses across
Yeah, I
the rope
imagine
bridge.
that's the case too.
That sounds insane.
And
That
And
sounds
yet,
like
Corey
horse
was-
fall through bridge, you fall through bridge, we all fall through
You
bridge.
get? Are
And
you
yet
getting off the
that's how
horse,
Corey
Tarek?
just described it.
Tarek, is
Yeah,
Kuronagi
I'm
getting
getting
off the horse?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's a
That's why I'm
TN2.
right in the front of it. So I'm
Now
dragging.
it's a TN2 because you got off the horse.
The reason Corey is doing this is because the scorpion or the spider actually want us dead. They already sabotaged the rope bridge. And we're all ready for accordance.
Also,
Does
reroll.
affective hardness help?
No, but you're afraid of death does hinder this, and you have to reroll that explosive success.
Great.
Okay.
I mean, it's not worse.
And you have no opportunity. Oh, this sucks. Okay. Shit. I was hoping you'd at least get some opportunity.
I got nothing.
Okay.
So the horse doesn't want to go. He
not
is refusing.
exactly.
She is refusing to follow me onto the bridge at all.
That would have been... No, that's not what happens.
Yeah, something bad is about to happen. I have a feeling.
Yeah. Because you got
Something
no
wrong with the bridge.
opportunity. God dang it, stop doing that. Why is this happening? I can only grab everything. I don't know why.
Because you still have everything selected.
I'm trying to unselect it.
Try harder.
I'm trying as hard as I can. Okay, I got it. Oh, finally. Okay, you get here when planks on the rope bridge break and the horse starts tumbling down and forward into the ravine. You can continue to hold on to the horse as it yanks you down, or you can let go.
How far is the drop? That's an important question.
Pretty far down. Like a ways.
I just had a dark thought. Like, the son of the scorpion that fall down the ravine is like, my life was saved by a dead horse down a ravine. It cushioned my fall.
Tarek, what does Kuranagi do in this situation?
I'm looking at my abilities to see if there's anything I can do to save
All right,
the horse.
that's a good plan.
But-
Yeah, take your time, look at your abilities.
But
Everybody else can check their abilities too to see if they can't save the horse, because everybody sees the horse stumble and start, falling down into the bridge.
I don't think I have anything that can save this horse. Even my teleport thing will only target me.
I can't think of anything either.
I mean, if we had a chance, if those of us behind had a chance to notice that the bridge was unstable, then perhaps we could do something. But I don't know that any of us are going to have anything that can stop the horse from falling off the bridge at that point. Only to notice the situation before it happens and call out a warning.
So, horse goes falling in. You lose a horse. It's okay.
Rena, no.
No.
She did exactly what I expected of her.
To die?
Oh, tried to ward me and I didn't listen.
Uh-huh.
So what happened is a plank broke, the entire bridge trembled, the horse startled, and basically fell off the side.
This bridge is exactly as bad as I was worrying about.
This is a rattling bridge made for rattling-sized creatures.
Tiny little babies.
So a little smaller than us.
But a horse can move across it. If you're
Very carefully.
if you're good at it, yeah, very carefully.
Kuronagi, like, I'm gonna give myself 3 strife instantly. For this.
Okay,
No, horsey.
and give yourself a void point. Why not?
Yay.
3 strife and a void point, like it was a disadvantage.
And she looks over the edge, like breathing heavily, just watching the horse die, and then immediately looks up.
Well, I
and is
mean,
kinda
how
frozen in
rough is the
fear.
water?
It does
Horses
fall.
can swim.
It does fall straight through a spider web too. Oof.
But it killed a spider. I'm proud of you, Rena. And then she's going to basically, as ninja as possible, dart her way through the rest of the bridge.
Okay, going across as you, no check needed.
And then as soon as she gets onto land, she like collapses and is like shaking a little bit. But then will kind of resolve herself and then focus back up and start getting to work. She looks shaken. Naurin can see on her face that she is like devastated that this thing just happened. But she also knows that we have less time, even less time now than we did before, and we need to get this plan moving, otherwise we're all dead.
All right, who
I
is?
feel like if we are going to try to have our horses cross this bridge, we might want to try blindfolding them. If they are afraid, and that's what's causing them to startle.
It's not just afraid, it's the fact that the bridge is not built for something that big. It's built for tiny little rattling people.
Sure, but the way that Corey described it was the horse startled, stepped back, and then caused itself to fall off.
Well,
Blindfolding an animal is a way to
Something
remove
broke.
something broke,
And
and
that's
that's
what it
why
is.
it's startled.
If
Yeah,
does
the-
anybody
the-
want to investigate exactly what happened by going over to where it happened and taking a look?
That sounds
I
like
can
a
honestly
good
say
idea.
Kuronagi does not.
All right. Whoever goes on
Daisuke
over there,
does.
one person can go on over there because it's not like I had
Oh.
2 people. One can go on each side of the plank and kind of look at it if you want.
Yeah, Daisuke sure as hell should not be doing that with his
Daisuke's
horse.
in the ravine.
What
Because if Daisuke does
He's
that
not
with his
going
horse,
with the horse. He's going off the horse.
what skill do you think is used for checking out a bridge? I'm gonna
Probably
say
design or labor.
labor, design. Yeah, design or labor.
I'll use
Survival?
design.
I was about to say I think an argument for survival could also be made.
Maybe.
Either
if
or.
only
like,
they had an
so,
engineering skill.
I'll use design.
That's what design
use
is.
design.
That's exactly what design is. It's engineering.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to use it. Maybe analyze or survey.
Yeah, analyze will
I
work.
think survey the bridge.
Analyze will
analyze.
work. Survey will tell you something
Alright.
about the entire bridge. Analyze will tell you about just that little part. It's analyze.
Okay. All right, and it's a TN2.
Yeah, TN2, sure.
I'll do it too. I'll be on the other side.
There is no fucking way Kuranagi's getting back on that bridge after what just happened.
Oh my
Not
god,
favor to.
that's bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna take those 2 opportunities and look at my opportunity thing right now. That sucks.
So what you see, what Naren sees, basically what
Notice
happened.
something not relevant to the task. That might be the best way to spend those opportunity. Matt.
What-
Yeah, or provide assistance to the next character to attempt to check to accomplish something similar. So I'm
Something
thinking
similar.
that.
So
Yeah.
But-
So Naurin.
But someone just succeeded.
Yeah. So it's not
Okay.
not that.
So
useful.
this is what Naren notices. It seems that it was broken in the opposite direction. It wasn't stepped through. It was broken upwards. So what you think is that a hoof got caught in between two of the slats, and it was a misstep. And then when the horse pulled up, it broke it
Rotted
broke
plank.
the slat, and that's what caused all of the damage and everything. It probably would have held the horse's weight if it was pulled through the bridge with a little more care. That said, this slat is easily walked over.
At this point, I guess we have two choices. We either like we take our chances and try to walk each one of the we pick the person who's best at this and have them try to walk each of the horses over one at a time. Or option number 2 is we hide the horses away on this side, the ones that remain, a decent way away from the fight, and then we have to find our way back to them across the ravine in some other way and go a different path once we're done dealing with the scorpion. Those are our only two options. I don't really like either one of them, but I don't see another option.
So, Corey, I also want to ask, if I were to try to take Hayate through the bridge, on his character sheet, since his demeanor is gruff and he has a -2 in Earth, if I were to, essentially use an Earth roll to get Hayate over the bridge, that would make the TN a little easier.
They are all gruff. No, this one's loyal.
Mine had a different one.
This is just a static TN against the bridge, really.
Sag TN, gotcha.
Yeah, it's just a TN2.
Okay,
Mine-
so
It is fitting that mine was loyal because she cared.
And,
the description I gave you was that she cared and was smart and tried to warn me about things I was doing that were stupid before I would do the stupid thing, but I wouldn't listen. And that's exactly what happened.
Did you add these distinctions like semi recently? Like they weren't there at the start. When
No,
we
Oh, yeah, they
been
were.
there since we gave. They
Yeah,
were
they've
there
been
when we gave him the
They
description
were?
of our animals. Yeah.
Because
Yep.
I gave the description of my horse as being very calm, the way that Naurin used to be, but mine
Oh,
says
sorry.
adversity.
I guess
That's
they didn't change. Which is your horse?
Yui.
Huh?
Yui.
Yui? Hold on, let me change that to calm.
So I was like, when did this happen? I did not notice this.
Not cake, calm. Boom.
Cake.
There, calm.
Baboon.
My horse is Cake.
What is your horse there, Crystal?
Mine has skittish for adversity and anxiety.
I know it has skittish on the, but I'm talking about its
Okay.
personality. I told everybody to give it some sort of personality kind of thing. James, do you remember yours?
Sweet tooth.
That's
It
right.
really likes treats.
Which one was yours?
The one my icon is on, the almost blue looking horse.
Right.
Could almost overcome the skittish if I offer a treat.
All right. Good. Gotcha. Okay. There we go.
All right. So I'm with my role, I'm thinking about using water adapt or shift just to,
Yeah, water will work.
make sure that we adjust ourselves anytime there is an imbalance
Makes sense to me.
on the bridge. So, all right, okay. I was wondering why it was taking so long. Whew. Definitely taking that. Would opportunities help as well? Like maybe noticing some details about the bridge that I should warn the others about if I take like 2 opportunities.
So I'm gonna give you 3 strife, and you're gonna gain a void point from this
Okay.
because this is a check that works against keeping a promise you made. Because you just saw a horse die going across here, and your goal
Okay,
is to
that's
keep
fair.
that
That's-
horse
And
alive.
and the other horses probably also saw their comrade die.
Yeah.
I
well,
mean,
I'm
like I
keeping
said
3
before, how
successes
rough
from
is
the
this
roll. I don't care about
water?
the strike
You
at the
can
moment.
use 2. You can use 2 of your opportunity there to have a
Mhm.
rider on top of your horse while you lead it.
Which is going to be
Exactly.
the prisoner. Yeah.
All right. You have made
And
it
definitely got
across
Congrats.
with your horse and your rider. There you go. You're across.
Kitsu Satoru. Yay.
I suggest someone else come and get someone else come on this side, deal with the horses, and let those who have the highest skill in this
Yeah,
bury
probably
the horses
Daisuke.
back and forth.
It was water, right? It had to be water.
Can be water, yeah.
Yeah, water.
Water's a good.
Yeah, I'll take care of the horses.
Yeah.
Or let
my water's
Narn take
bad.
care of the horses, and if she
I got
fails,
plenty of water ring.
she can use her instant
I
success.
can
Just
only do
saying.
that once, and I'm bound to fail at a TN3 every time. I can't make that
It's
TN very
TN2
well.
as
It's
long as there's not
TN2
a
if you
rider.
lead them. It's only TN3 if you ride it.
Well, I would have 3 dice to roll, so you feel comfortable with those odds?
I'm,
I get to roll 3
I'm
dice.
just
and a few
giving
of them
other
have to-
options. Didn't say you had to do it. I'm just
Not-
saying you do have
not
the
a good
instant
option.
success. All right. Daisuke, you're gonna go back alone and grab the other horses. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
Someone is
Lead them
walking
one by
behind.
one. And do I? need
If
to
someone's
make separate
walking
rolls for that?
behind the animal to steady it, can we give assistance?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then Naurin will do that and give assistance that way. I have a ring for
And
survival.
just to counter the
Okay, so I'll move Daisuke.
skittishness of my own horse, I put his feed bag on him and fill it first. So he's got something to distract him as he's being led.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to make a separate roll each time I lead a
Yep. But you have assistance because Naren is helping.
horse across.
I do think it's a good
Okay,
idea
that's good.
if we help comfort our own mounts as they come across.
Okay, so
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get assistance.
what you're saying is you want Naren to help with her horse, you help with your horse, and Youngso help with his horse.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Okay. Everybody
Works
agree?
for me.
Okay.
But I
It
mean,
also effectively
Everybody
gets us
has
all
everybody
across,
has
too.
survival. I know everybody does now.
yeah,
so
either way, it's
it's
like
all skilled
it's the
assistance.
same.
Yeah, it's all skilled assistance.
Okay,
And
so
also
but
with this manner, we all get across too.
Okay. Make 3 rolls with assistance there, Matt.
all right.
Or one at a
Alright, will do.
time.
So first roll coming up. Yeah. Alright,
I would
cool.
also like to say that just in case, I will take I would like to suggest that we take our saddlebags off of our horses so that we
Mhm.
don't lose them if they fall.
Let's see what this will nab. All right. And I will use that opportunity to reduce the strife that I gained previously. All right, so second roll, survival, assistance. Oh! Oh no! Well, okay, opportunities though. I got opportunities.
Rivalry bond can get you another success. It could get you another success.
Yes,
'Cause you
yes.
can reroll.
I will re-roll that blank die.
Oh my
no.
goodness.
Okay, so with the opportunities, though, we will at least use the opportunities to, like, kind of like say, it's not such a good idea to cross.
Yes.
Because I could keep a
The
lot of
opportunities
with
say
that, so
the horse will not cross no matter what. This horse doesn't like that bridge. It ain't going anywhere.
all right, 2 opportunity at least to keep, or do I need to keep more?
Yeah. That sounds fine.
Okay.
Whose horse was that? I feel like we should have figured out a concrete order.
Yeah,
I think it was yours first.
I think it was.
I think it's Naren. Because you were like, I'll help with the horse.
Uh-huh.
So
That's true.
And then I
So
kind
Naren's
of
was
figured,
first that
since
came
I
across.
was actually the closest, that mine
your
was
horse is-
probably next.
your horse didn't make it across, Naren.
I thought you said that I was first and the first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well, Naren
yours
was
is
going
first. Yeah,
first.
I
okay.
said that. That's why I asked who
And I'm
went.
third.
So okay, Sora's horse, Natsu does not want to go across. Mm-mm.
Oh,
He
no.
is way too stubborn. He's like,
Nope, not going. Don't
Could
care
we
what
try
you
to
give me.
force a reroll by blindfolding the animal for a second time around?
Oh my god. Well,
So the last one is a bit of an asshole to you.
Yeah.
This horse
Yeah,
keeps
I
biting
put the
you.
feed bag on. You're carefully leading it across, and it keeps smacking you in the face with the feed bag over and over.
All right, he's got the feed bag on.
All right, this horse comes across, and
all right, so
No.
just
What
perfectly
happened is he
fine
took
to
a
come
dump
across.
on the bridge. He took a dump on the bridge, and it triggers his uncleanliness disadvantage, and that's where the strife comes from.
all right, Sora's horse doesn't want to go across. You want to try and blindfold it?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my suggestion. That's what you do when horses are too scared to go somewhere is you blindfold them, and then hopefully it will follow while blindfolded. Though I imagine it might be a little harder to get it across while blindfolded.
Yeah.
I figure maybe it can get us another try.
That's what I was
Do you
going to
have
say.
any
I was
void,
going to
Matt?
increase the TN to TN3.
Do you have any void, Matt?
I did get a gain of void, from seeing, was it Yui that fell down the ravine, or no, or Rena, like seeing Rena going down the ravine. So
Maybe you should use it per chance. Well, you have a decent roll even at a
Yeah.
TN3.
I will, yeah. And
Sasha,
plus,
Sasha, it's 8:30. I'm going to have to stop the game anyways.
Okay, I'll lead the horse across and use the auto success.
There you go.
Jesus. I'd like to keep the void, but peer pressure and all.
So I'm just like, it's okay, Natsu. We're gonna get across. Be a good boy.
All right. Naren
All right, so
blindfolds
I have a
the
careful
horse.
suggestion, for the episode name. So
You can lead
I
a
have
horse
a
to
terrible
water.
suggestion for the name of this episode. So, or one visits the glue factory.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh no!
I think that kind of gives.
No.
I think that kind of gives away. I don't want to put
Terrible
the fact that
How about
horse dies
instead
in the
feeding
title.
spider, since it fell into webs?
What do you want to say?
I said feeding the spiders instead, since it fell into a ravine filled with webs.
I mean, maybe.
Or just leading horses to water.
I think leading horses
I like
to water.
that too.
I'm writing it right now.
Or go Simon and Garfunkel, bridge over troubled waters.
Yeah.
So
I'm dead inside. I'm very strifed out, so I wanted that void point so that I could be useful in the next combat. But we'll just lead a horse over. Fine.
Well, hey, now we won't have to figure out how to go back over a busted bridge.
now now Kuronagi will have to ride on your horse, or Naren's horse, and she'll have to hold tight around your waist.
She's
With
gonna be
my
trying to
small
ride on
stature-
Sora's horse, but I don't think Sora's gonna get it. And then she's gonna be like, "Fine, now we're in uppies. Let me."
With my small stature, Kuronagi could probably ride on Shin with me, and it wouldn't overstress Shin.
There you
Like,
go.
Because
You're
I'm
my
small.
ex for a reason. Who broke up with whom?
Kuronagi's like, let me ride on Moshisora's shoulders. That's awesome.
Yeah, Mochi Sora can be my.
It's like
I'm the horse.
All right, everybody gets 1 experience point for this game. Honor and glory. I'm sorry to say, but I think Kuronagi loses a rank of glory, glory equal to his glory rank, for losing a horse. But other than that, I think that's okay. I think that's it. You have an ambush to create next time. I think we can get right into it. Kuronagi, you did have time now on the other side while they're walking the horses to put up your trap if you wanted to soak the ropes in oil on this side.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right, then it is done. We will consider that has happened.
Okay, just made a handwritten note that I hope I remember about the opportunity I spent to screw over the scorpion when they get here.
I am so glad you decided not to fray the ropes on that side of the bridge.
I mean, we weren't gonna do it before we crossed with the horses.
Oh, that's true.
That's
That's
a
true.
psycho idea. That's a psycho idea. We were gonna cross and then.
Well, then
fray the
I
ropes.
won't-
We're
I
not
won't
gonna
That would
say
be
anything.
more the tactics of the now dead squad from the game from last night.
I won't say anything then. We'll just continue on. And instead, I would like to say thank you to everybody who watched this stream, either live or as a recorded stream. Hey, Wargiz. Hey, Emerith. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your humor. I've much enjoyed what you were saying. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today. We'll see you next week on the next Cyber Samurai Sunday. From Crystal, Matt, Sasha, Tarek, James, my name's Corey. Go roll some dice.